Hi everyone, welcome to the Sip and Spin. I am the Tipsy Spinster, and on today's show we are headed through a mountain stage. This is our first challenge of this year's Tour de France, the cyclist race. So this is also going to be my first big challenge in terms of the Tour de Fleece. In my glass is a very yellow wine. It's the closest thing that I could come to the wine of the Jura region, which is the region that cyclists are going to be biking. They're not going to be biking through this region. They're going to be biking just to the east of this region today. And I've been trying to align with the wine regions of France. And up north, it's mostly been beer. So I'm pretty excited that today's the first day that I actually get to pour a glass of wine. Not only am I going to pour this glass of wine, but I'm going to have a second one out at one of the local wineries. I thought for today's challenge, I would start working with the Jacob fiber that I processed specifically for this purpose. Now, the great wheel is a wheel that functions a little bit differently than spindles or other traditional wheels. So I'm going to prepare fiber 3 different ways and showcase each of those 3 ways once I get out to the winery. There's not a cloud in the sky. It is absolutely a beautiful day for this, so I'm so excited. So let's jump in and get started with preparing fiber for spinning on a great wheel. I'm going to set that right there. Okay, so the first way that I'm going to prepare it is using my drum carder. This is a Louette Junior, and I do love this drum carder because it's small. I have a full-size one, and honestly, I just don't use it that often. I like how compact this little guy is. So I'm going to go ahead and create a bat using my drum carder. So I'm going to set my fiber basket there, and to do that, it is a little bit you do need a little bit of prep going into this. So rather than going underneath, I'm going to go ahead and go over the top, and I'm going to mix my browns and my whites. I'm going to pull it out a little bit. I'm just going to grab some. Now this fleece is a little bit interesting. Mary of Camage Fiber Arts set out a challenge of spinning in the grease, and I will be very honest, I am not a huge fan of spinning in the grease, but it did present sort of an interesting idea. So this particular fleece has not been fully scoured. It's only been partially scoured. So it's gone through a warm wash and 1 scour bath. I did this out at Alpaca Pines, one of the local fiber mills. I helped the owner out with a sale, helping to videotape a sale. And as we were videotaping the sale, I threw this fleece in the washing machine, and basically whatever happened in the time that we were filming, that's what I went with. And then I brought it home and dried it out in the backyard. I do have pictures of it drying in the backyard on my Instagram account. So I'm just going to charge this. The reason why I like doing it this way is it gives me a little bit better, I don't overfill the main drum when I do it this way. And I can blend my colors a little bit more because I am blending the whites and the browns. I could go with a little bit more, but just to give you an idea, and I'm going to make quite a few of these, but for the sake of time, let's see what I have here. Whew, this is sticky. Now the benefit of leaving a little bit of lanolin in, making sure the fleece is clean, but leaving a little bit of lanolin in, makes it a little bit more water resistant. Now this isn't quite ready. I'm going to run it through again. And running it through again, I'm watching some of the vegetable matter, some of those little seeds bounce out, which is really nice. And it gives me a chance. There's a couple little, just a few little second cuts, and I can pop those out as well. Oh, this is going to be a very tiny bat. Usually I can get about a ½ ounce on here. Okay. So now this is all ready to go. So here is, let me put that through again. So there is a bat that's all ready to go. And I'll be able to pull out some of these little pieces as I spin. So I'm just going to set that there. I'm going to make a few more of these and I'll be right back to show you carding and combing. I'm going to go ahead and make a few more on here and get this out of the way. So I'll be right back. Okay, now that the big drum carder is out of the way, let's talk about hand cards. So these are my Kromsky hand cards, and realistically, this is probably the traditional, this is probably how fiber would have been prepared for the great wheel. So I'm really excited about preparing fiber on these because I feel like this is going to give me the best result on the great wheel. So again, I'm going to charge it in much the same way that I did the drum carder. I'm going to grab some fiber. Now I do like having the locks going in the same direction. It just makes it a little bit easier. But for the sake of time, okay. I'm getting all of the fibers to go one direction. All right, so that is my fluffy little rolag there. Now there's another way that I can do this as well. I can make faux lags with these also. So the other way to do this once again, I'm going to charge the paddle harder. blend the colors. Now, instead of taking it off loosely, I can take this off like I would on my blending board with a couple knitting needles. So as I go through, bring it up and pull it down. Like so, and now I have a roll. I really like using my hand cards to make these rolags light and fluffy. Now, this is, as I said, some sticky fiber, and it's pretty dense in there. So I'm a little bit concerned about spinning rolags. Something tells me that these are going to be sticky, and I'm probably going to be doing a lot of manipulation as I am trying to spin these. I think that the most traditional, just using the hand-carded light and fluffy pieces, I think this is going to give me the best result. Wow, those colors are really pretty too. I'm kind of excited about this one. All right, and last but not least is combing. Combing is really nice because it gets all of the fibers sort of going in the same direction. I am using my Louette mini combs. There's kind of a theme going on with my Louette products. I have the mini products for both of them. So once again, I'm going to get one comb charged, as they say. I'm going to fill it up with fiber. So strange working with fiber that's just got a little bit of lanolin in it. It's not sticky, but it's almost like I can feel the lotion on my hands. It's a very, very strange feeling. So with the combs, I'm going to hold one, and then I'm going to work down, not out. So I'll do it this way so you can see. I'm going to take it, I'm going to go straight down. I'm going to have to back up so I can do this off the go. And because I'm blending, I am going to make another pass going the other direction just to get those colors blended in a little bit more. And I don't want to waste any, so I'm going to take this little bit and I'm going to pull it out, and that's what's going to get me started on this. Now, getting it off the comb, and then there's my waste. So the great thing about combs, it just pulls out all of the waste and you put it off to the side. I have two ways that I can take this off. I can either just pull it out, or I can grab what's called a diz. And I know I have one in here someplace. Part of one. There we go. Or I can use what's called a diz and pull the fiber through that way as well. Like so. And this sort of pre-drafts it for me. So as I pull it off the card, it is all ready to be spun. So this would be, it's not really pin drafting, but so this would be dizzed roving. Because these combs are so small, I don't usually use a diz. I just pull it off. Moving back and forth. Until I have all of the fiber. And there is, wow, that is really, really, really blended well. There's a little bit of vegetable matter. So that's blended really well. You can see how the difference in blending is as well. So here I've still got some striping. I still have some color variation here. This is a much smoother. So that's prepared. And then I have, little guy as well. So very quick review. I have a carded mini bat. I have a hand carded little bat. I have a carded faux log, which is like a rolag. It's just on a smaller scale. And then I have combed fiber as well. So there are my 4 styles. I feel like these 2 are going to give me the best results on my great wheel. So I'm going to do just a little bit more blending, and then I am going to head out to the winery. So I will be back in a little while with my great wheel set up, ready to spin on this beautiful summer day out of the local winery. Can't wait to share that experience with you. ba-dum.